What's up, rail fans? Today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to take y'all behind the scenes of going to catch a train, and we got Norfolk Southern on the chat right now, so we're going to turn them down. We're going to go down to Notasulga and catch a train. I had gotten solid information that there's a CSX freight train heading north out of Montgomery that's heading up towards Opelika, and to me, hands down, the best place to catch a train on this whole sub is climbing the ruling grade. And that's probably true with most subdivisions if you can get there. The thing about this one is there's a crossing right at the base of the ruling grade. It's this little spot in the road called Cheehaw, not to be confused with Mount Cheehaw. Anyway, so we're going to set up shop there, and this train will be at track speed as he's getting a running start to attack the ruling grade. And once he crosses there, we're gonna go northbound about 3.5-4 miles, and we'll catch him there. And that's a real show, as these locos are wide open pulling this train up the hill. So the base of the hill, I think, is about the 134 mile post on the Atlanta and West Point sub, and then from there we'll go up to the top of the hill. I think it's like the 129.8 or the 130, somewhere around in there. I'll look that up and throw it in the video because I can't remember all these mileposts. But all right, so we're heading down to Cheehaw now, and once we get there, I'll check back in. All right, y'all. So now I have moved down to this crossing here. I think this is Macon County Road 55. Anyway, it's the 134.1 on the Atlanta and West Point sub. And this is basically the bottom of the ruling grade here on this subdivision. And let me flip you around. It starts to climb here. And I think it's not necessarily steep. It may be 1.5%, but it is rather long at, I think, about 4 miles total. And once you put a whole train on a hill like that, these things can get bogged down. Also, right there at the 133.95 is a defect detector. So even if he's running radio silent in this area, and if you happen to know he's heading northbound, you hear that 133.95 defect detector go off, you'll know exactly where he is. And then this is looking back southbound, and there's a signal for southbound trains. I heard a little static on the radio, so I think he's got to be getting close. He's probably approaching Millstead right now, which, as far as railroad miles, is about 7, 8, 9. So he ought to be here in 10-15 minutes. All right, we'll check back. All right, y'all, probably hear him rumbling off in the distance. About to come around that curve right there, and he's gonna be running wide open. He's trying to get a good running start to tackle this hill. This is the bottom of the ruling grade on the A&WP. About 3 or 4 miles up, we'll catch him again. I think he's about to come around that curve right now. As soon as he hits that defect detector, we're gonna hear it on the scanner right here. Defect detector's right behind us, just north of us. Man, look at this guy. Okay. see he's already slowing down. Got most of the train on the hill now. There's no DPU on this one. All right, so we're gonna jump in the truck and catch him at the top of the hill. All right, so I've packed up shop from the 134 mile post, and we're gonna head up the hill now. I'm not in any kind of hurry because he's slowing down. He'll be down to a crawl by the time we get to the top of the hill. That was 606, and it was kind of odd today. Usually 606 are in the 500 to 600 axle count, and they usually have a mid-train DPU. This guy had 2 GEs leading, 460 axles, and no DPU today. So it's going to be interesting to see what he's looking like as he's trying to top this hill. All right, so it took me about 5 minutes to get here. I was in no hurry at all, and we're at the 129.9, and he's climbing. I can hear him rumbling off in the distance. You can probably hear that as well. And it's going to take him a few minutes to get here. Matter of fact, I may just put the drone up, as I have plenty of time. I don't know if y'all noticed, but that trailing loco was the spirit of Jim Irvin. If y'all know anything about that, drop in the comments. Y'all see how slow this thing's going? He was flying not 10 minutes ago. It's a tough hill for these trains. All right, we're gonna ease on up the line. All right, I moved up about a mile, and you can see it starts to drop off. Top of the hill, it's basically right here, and once he gets over this, he'll start to recover. You can see he's still just barely crawling. They have stalled out here from time to time. Now what we're going to do is ease on up the line northbound a little bit and see what it looks like after he recovers from that hill. I did just get info. It's between 0.5% and 1%, which isn't steep by any means, but it's long, like only 4 miles. Like you put one of these 700 axle loaded freight trains on there, yeah, it's gonna bog it down for real. All right, so we're gonna ease on into Auburn, and we'll catch up with him there. Might take him a while to get there because he's still recovering. All right, y'all. So I have fallen behind the train. I was trying out some new spots to take pictures and video. Even though I rail fan this area pretty often, I always like to try a different spot, different angle, that kind of thing. And any of you locals that know Highway 14, if you fall behind the train, you're done. You may not see the head end of it ever again. And that's the situation I'm in now. So I'm gonna call this thing off. I got what I wanted to get. I wanted to show y'all the bottom of the ruling grade, and as these trains try to tackle the ruling grade on the Atlanta and West Point subdivision. So I did that, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know what y'all think about this different approach I'm doing, kind of doing a behind the scenes sort of thing. I don't do it often. I don't get in front of the camera really ever. I'm not opposed to it. It's just a different style. So anyway, let me know what y'all think. I appreciate it. All right, we'll see y'all down the road.